goodness, the lighting here. I want to make sure I don't have sweat marks. But it's funny because you wouldn't have even noticed until I looked, and then I just have to explain. Hi, I'm Jessica. If you're new, welcome to my channel. I make content for growing families, and I love mothers. I just changed my YouTube banner so it says Jess Hover, mother lover. But a lot of you guys think my name is Jess Hover. So then I played into that. So when you look at it, I know a lot of you are looking at it going, Jess Hover, mother lover. Oh, that's cute. But actually, it's Jess Hover, like ho. Okay. Anyway, I just thought it was cute. So my name's Jessica. My friends call me Jess. I'm going to make a video every day in October, not a long form video. I'm going to make a short every day in October, and then I'll make long form videos when I can. And I'm just doing it because I think it's fun. And I got kind of low this past month emotionally. It was really weird. I actually haven't felt as low as I did this month in such a long time. It's not my favorite. Felt a little bit like I was being tormented. Like I would just lay in bed and be like, why can't I sleep? And why do I feel so hopeless? I can tell you, there are a few reasons why. One is I was very tired and my body didn't feel good. I eventually found out I had strep throat, but like, you know, for those of you who have school age kids or daycare age kids, they go back to school or daycare and then they just keep passing sickness around, and it doesn't stay like that the whole year. At least in my experience, it hasn't. But we had just started school, and so yeah, sickness just kept happening in the house, which means people weren't sleeping good, which means we weren't sleeping good, Sean and I. And Becca moved. I don't know if you guys know Becca. Some of you know her. She's my BFF. Wonderful, was living here in the house and now has moved to New York City with Capri. Some of you know Capri. She's one of the moms in Very Good Mothers Club. And so I'm super excited that she's gone, but then also it's a big transition for me because she helps me run the business here, and she's just wonderful. So I don't know. There are lots of things this month, but I felt really low. Oh, the other thing, I'll tell you, Instagram. Some of you don't get on social media except YouTube, and I think you are smarter than the rest of us. Instagram has not been good to my mind, and I think as a consumer, it can really mess us up, but then also as a creator, which I have been, it really messes you up. It's so weird. The platform loves drama. It's like they want you to be obsessed with them, and they want you to have a lot of drama in your comments. Sean, my husband, is he makes really good content for skateboarders. He's a skateboarder, if you don't know. And he loves it when he gets a hater in the comments, because the more you get hate in the comments, the more likely your video is to go viral, because then the lovers will get on there and defend you, and then the haters will, anytime someone in the house opens a door to the outside, that beeping goes on. Anyway, so the more hate you get on a video, the more likely it will be to go viral, which Sean is built different from me. So like that can happen to him and he's like, yeah, cool. All right. When I get a hater, man, my brain swirls. Actually, it's not even like if I get a hater, it's like if I perceive a hint of someone not liking me, I will just lay in bed at night thinking about like, I wonder what I did wrong. I wonder how I could have changed this. I wonder what I could have done better. Even though I know rationally that what somebody thinks about me is their own opinion, and they can have an opinion and I can have an opinion, and just because they have an opinion doesn't make them right? Like when you have somebody who doesn't like you, that doesn't necessarily mean anything at all. In fact, I saw an example of this yesterday. There's this company that makes candlestick holders out of clay, and they're selling for like $400. And it looks like something Jules could have made, my 3-year-old. It looks like something your kids and my kids could have gotten together and made. And people are buying it and they love it. And I shouldn't laugh because to somebody it's really beautiful, but it was a good picture to me, like, oh yeah, an opinion is just an opinion. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, right? So somebody looks at these candlestick holders and is like, wow, that is worth spending $400 on. And I thought it looked like something my children made, which maybe means I should start another business and we should sell candlestick holders. If you want to get in on it, just let me know. Anyway, okay. Oh, all that to say, I decided to take a little break from Instagram, which really helped very quickly. My brain stopped swirling. But then I thought about you, and I really care about the people that I've been able to connect with on YouTube. And I think YouTube is so special because we can connect intimately, and it's as if we are together. Like I'm here in this living room of mine. It's like the only piece of my house that's clean right now. I've said this on other videos. You're probably like aware already, but like that's my laundry chair. Continues to be. If it's empty, it's only empty for like, I don't know, an hour, a few hours, and then laundry that needs to be folded goes back on there. Anyway, YouTube is sweet because we can hang out like this and feel like we're together, and I can share with you things that are really meaningful and heartfelt, and I get a sense from you that we're having a moment. And even if the moment ends up being shared by a bunch of people, it doesn't feel cheap. It feels intimate. And some of you then join Very Good Mothers Club, our online community, and we get to hang out via Zoom each week, and we actually get to know each other, and I get to know your kids' names and your kids' little faces on the screens. And so I don't know, I just love the way that here we can build real community. And Instagram, they say they want to build community, but I think they want to build addiction and depression. So I might still be on Instagram occasionally, but I don't know why I would. Sounds psycho, but I might, just because I guess that's how the world functions. Anyway, October, I'll make one YouTube short a day. It'll be a good challenge for me because I can't overthink it and I can't make it too perfect. Or perfect at all. I just can't overthink it. And then also I would like to make videos, long form, chatty videos where I can tell you, I don't know, whatever you want to know or whatever I feel like sharing. I heard a really meaningful compliment recently from someone who said that the more they have spent time listening to my content, and that's both videos here and our podcast, which if you haven't listened to, it's a great podcast. We've recorded many, many episodes. We're currently on a break, but it is an awesome podcast. Lane, who I do it with, she's so smart and really well spoken and has taught me so much. And she knows a lot about toddlers. We talk about a lot of different things, but I think what brought us together was the fact that I had a lot of toddler parents in my audience with questions about raising toddlers, and I didn't have the answers. I too was a toddler parent raising them, going, I have no idea what I'm doing. And Lane brought wisdom and guidance. And then, yeah, it's just been a great podcast. But anyway, the compliment someone gave me is like, the more they've listened, the more they've had my voice in their head, helping them through the day and encouraging them and reminding them that everything's all right. And I don't know, I just thought, wow, what a cool thing. When I started doing this some years ago, I thought about the fact that I love being a big sister. I have a little sister, Meredith. Some of you have seen her on my channel. She's great. And I love when she'll call me and tell me that she's not doing okay. And then I can just encourage the crap out of her and remind her everything good and right and true. And I love the fact that because of our dynamic, she'll listen, and she does the same for me. But I feel like there's not that many things in my life that I know I'm good at. Honestly, there's like way too few, unfortunately, which might explain our financial problems, but that's for another video. No, but one of the things I think I am good at, and one of the things I care a lot about, whether or not someone thinks I'm good at it, is reminding people of what's true and being like a big sister to them. And so if I can be an honorary big sister in your life and remind you of what is true about you, then what an honor and a privilege. And so I'm happy to do it. And that's what I'm going to do all month long, is I'm going to practice telling you what's true and good and encouraging. And hopefully the more you get to listen to it, the more you'll just have it in your head. And when the mean, ugly thoughts come in, you'll have a kind voice in there to remind you what's true. And it might start out as my voice, but eventually I think it'll turn into your own voice. It'll just be like a bit of, I don't know, they say like rewiring, or like figuring out like, these are the things I used to believe about myself, and now these are the things I believe about me. And I would love to be a voice who kind of guides you into the new way of thinking. And yeah, I heard something recently. Should I say this? Yeah, I guess I could say it. I was listening to this podcast episode with a therapist who was talking about our subconscious mind and how so many of the decisions we make come from a place of like our subconscious. It's not even like our most awake thoughts. It's the thoughts that are underneath that have been there since we were really young, even times that like our memory doesn't highlight for us, but we have these beliefs and these ideas about ourselves. And basically, this person was saying in order to rewire our subconscious mind and to kind of like wake ourselves up to them and change our own, man, this is where I could really use some language as if I was like a scientist or a doctor. But basically, you got these pathways in your brain and you want to rewire some things. So instead of immediately thinking the negative thing about yourself, you want to change the subconscious to be thinking about whatever is the truer thing, right? And so one practice, this woman said, that I love and have been doing is you identify what is a belief that is a lie that you have about yourself. A lie, or that's language that some people use. Like I know Christians, we could say like, it's a lie. It's something that's just not true about you. It's not what God would say about you. But there's lots of us here who aren't Christians. So another way you could word that is, what's a belief you have about yourself that's not serving you? What's a belief that you have about yourself that's actually really hindering you or putting this like glass ceiling over you and you can't rise above it? So identify the thing that you believe that is not helpful right now. And then you're going to, for 21 days, which I know 21 days kind of sounds like a big commitment, but also you've done other things longer than 21 days. And lots of you have kids that are older than 21 days old, and you've been taking care of them for a long time. So I believe you can do this, but it'll take some intentionality. You, for 21 days, speak out. So I sometimes do it on, I was looking for my phone. You're my phone. Okay. I will turn on like an audio recording, or I'll do this while I'm driving by myself because I drive to and from work and I end up alone in traffic. And you're supposed to speak out 10 different memories you have of times that idea that you have was not true. So for example, say I have this underlying belief that I'm going to pick a really big kind of vague one. Say like, I believe I'm not loved. Then I would talk about 10 times in my life that I felt loved. And you're really trying to recall the memory and the emotions tied to it. And what's so cool, so I've been doing this for a few days, not about that one, about a different idea, a different lie. It feels so good. It feels so good to remember those times that something else was true, even though this thing feels so true to you. It feels good. And like just within a few days, I started to feel different and kind of see things different. And it's almost like when you buy a red car and suddenly you see red cars everywhere, or like we drive Hyundais. If you haven't been around a while, Hyundai is fantastic and has helped our family so much. And so when we get in a Hyundai, I feel like I see Hyundais everywhere. I just want to like salute the Hyundai drivers. They don't care about me. This also happens to be with like skateboarders. I'm getting on a tangent, but because Sean skates and we have lived with skaters and I love skaters, but I don't look like a skateboarder. I never have a skateboard with me. And whenever I just see like a skater on the street, I like give him a look as if I get him. But like I'm not with Sean. I'm just a person. They're like, who is this girl? Anyway, I don't know why I'm telling you this, but all that to say, when you think about the memories and talk about them, they start to feel true. And the more that happens for you, the more throughout your day, you will be able to identify moments where you go, oh, whoa, there it is again. There's love again. Or there's a moment where I was confident or competent, or I don't know, whatever it is that you are struggling to believe about yourself. I thought that was really good. So I'm just going to say that and we'll leave it here. I received your guys' comments where you're asking for specific things that you want me to talk about on this channel this month, and I will totally do it. I have all of them. I know exactly what you asked. I'd be happy to do it. Some of them I feel like I wish I could just literally have coffee with you and talk about it. Like people who ask me about my faith, I've gotten to a point where I much prefer to talk in person rather than to a broad audience about things like that, because I don't know, it's so different when you can nod and ask questions and even like ask for clarification if I say something and you hear it a certain way. I think I've had enough times of people writing me like saying kind of hurtful things related to faith that I've wanted to avoid that topic publicly a little bit more, but I might do it. Okay. Anyway, I like you so much. I am so grateful for you. And Sean is going to be in some videos this month. I'd be happy to invite the kids in to just like say hi. I don't know how much more they have to do it. And I'm trying to be, just protective. Eloise is nine, and she's so sweet. Okay, guys, this stage of parenting is really cool. So if you still have little tiny babies and toddlers and you're getting kind of, I don't know, some of you get sad about the future. You're like, oh, I'm going to miss this. Sure. Okay. Yep. We're going to miss the baby and toddler stage. Absolutely. It's so sweet. But oh my gosh, it is so fun when they have their personalities, they have their styles, they're so hilarious. They say such funny things and such wise things. I'm learning so much from my kids. So you just have a lot to look forward to, okay? You have a lot to look forward to. And yeah, anyway, okay. It's so great being here with you. Thank you for following along. And I look forward to seeing you very soon. And I'm going to see you every day. And the idea of Talk-Tober in my shorts, I don't know, some of you love to check your horoscope. I know, you write me, you check your horoscope regularly. Some of you read the Bible regularly. Some of you just have these little practices where like daily you're looking for a little something to get you through the day. So my hope is that these videos can add to your rituals and they can help you be encouraged every single day for the month of October. Okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to try it. You should tell me that you like them if you like them, because that'll help me keep going. Okay, you're the best. I'll see you soon. Bye.